Hello, my name is Joshua Richardson. I am a business communication student.
Hi, my name's Joseph Reichelt. I'm partners with Joshua Richardson, and today we'll be talking about how business communication affects Elon Musk, his stock market, and the company that he owns. So, this assignment, this video right here, is going to talk about the advertisement, the publicity, and the business communication that Tesla has. So, besides the stock market, besides the media, besides articles, and all that extra stuff, we're going to talk about just the product by itself and why that is very important as to where Tesla is today. Here we have a Model 3 Performance Tesla and a Ford Taurus 2015 V6. And what's interesting about that is we're going to compare a normal gas car, an average gas car that is used, and a Tesla that is used. And in my opinion, and through much research, the Tesla is decades ahead of its time compared to a gas car like this right here. And today we're going to get into the details of that. Now, that's a big reason why Tesla is so advertised. Through people who dislike the company and through people who love the company. But both ways, there's advertisement.
Just look at how advanced this car is. But to add to what Joseph was saying, this car is definitely ahead of its time. But before we dive into the car, let's take a look at its creator, Elon Musk. Now, for those of you who don't know who Elon Musk is, he is the creator of Tesla, and he's also a bit of a controversial figure, but more on that later. An article done by the CNBC, Elon's influence over the stock market is so great that he can lower his stock prices by 20% just by saying that his Tesla stocks are too high.
Hello, Joseph. Nice to meet you.
Tim?
Joshua,
Nice to meet you.
So, Tim, are you currently a Tesla owner?
Yes, I am. I've had a Tesla Model 3 for a little over 2 years now.
Great. So I would be assuming before you had a Tesla, you had a gas vehicle.
Yes, I did. Several.
What would you say are the differences between owning a gas vehicle and a Tesla? And what do you like about those differences, or what do you not like?
The thing that most annoyed me when I would drive a gas car before was every time I was driving somewhere, I felt like I was spending money. Like every time I pushed on the accelerator, I'm burning gas. Expensive gas that I just put in my tank. Every time I put on the brakes, I'm wearing out my brake pads and my brake calipers, and all that costs money. And just in the back of my mind, I have always hated waste, and especially wasting money. The great thing about electric cars is they're a lot cheaper to run. There's no maintenance. The brakes last practically forever because you hardly ever have to use the brakes because the regen braking does most of the work for you, while also pumping some energy back into the battery. So you can literally charge your car just by coasting or slowing down. And then you can charge it at home. You don't even have to go to a gas station, or, well, it wouldn't be a gas station, but a charging station. You can charge at home, and if you've got solar on your roof, on top of that, you can charge your car at home for free. So just go to sleep, plug it in, wake up in the morning with a full battery. Be like having a gas station in your garage. So I love that part, but also, of course, the driving experience. Teslas are really fun to drive, really fast.
So now that we're talking about the conveniences of a Tesla, how does it perform on long distance, specifically road trips?
Road tripping actually is one of the unique advantages Tesla has. They built their own infrastructure. They would be like if Ford went out and built their own gas stations before there were any. Tesla actually set out and built superchargers all over the country so that you can literally road trip anywhere, and you don't even have to plan anything. You can just literally put in a destination anywhere in the US, and it will plot the whole trip out for you. It'll find all the chargers along the way. It'll predict how long it'll take, even including the charging. my wife and I actually took our Tesla right after we got it on a road trip from San Diego to New York a couple years ago. And the longest we ever had to charge on the trip was 20 minutes. And it was super easy. The car did everything for us, plotted everything. We didn't have to plan. We just jumped in and went. So road tripping is actually pretty awesome in a Tesla.
So you know how I mentioned earlier about how Elon Musk communicates with his consumer, especially online, on Twitter. Well, now we're going to get back into that in more detail. I'm going to pass it on to my colleague, Joshua. And I just want to say thank you for covering the product side with me. I did not know a lot of those things you told me. And now that I have that information, I'm going to go get my Tesla today. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
So, because me and my colleague are in business communication, tell me, how do you think all these fear-mongering articles that people have been releasing to the media, how do you think that has really affected Elon Musk and all his stock prices? And how do you think do you think he'll go up or down?
Well, I think there's several reasons. For one thing, unfortunately, journalism isn't what it used to be. Now it's all about getting clicks, getting people to read your article with sensational, scary headlines, and it's about advertising. So a perfect example is whenever a Tesla catches on fire, like it gets in a horrible accident, like most cars would catch on fire, but you always see headlines from all the big mainstream media outlets, like Tesla catches on fire, and they always make it like it's a big deal, when in fact gas cars, over 200,000 gas cars catch on fire every single year. But they never report on those. And the statistics show that gas cars catch on fire every single day at 10 times the rate that electric cars catch on fire. So how come they make a big deal about it? I think it's kind of like when a plane crashes. Way more people die every single day in car crashes than they do in plane crashes. But whenever a plane crashes, you see headlines all over the place because it's rare, because it's sensational. Yeah, and I think it's just to get clicks. That's one example. Advertising, like I said, Tesla doesn't advertise, so the media outlets, they make all their money from Tesla's competition. The competition don't like Tesla, so I think there could be a motive there. And then, of course, the oil companies. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but the oil companies are very rich, very powerful, and they do not want to see electric cars take business away from them. So those are just some reasons, I think, why we get this fear, uncertainty, and doubt that gets spread around about Tesla.
So and my colleague would both like to thank you for your time and expertise on the subject.
It's been an honor.
Yeah, no problem.
Now that we finished our interview with Tim Ramo, we're going to reevaluate and expand on what we mentioned and talked about. So the communication with Elon Musk, with Tesla, with his customers, right? It's interesting. Elon Musk, I'm sure, has not talked to a lot of his employees. But what's interesting is, through his product, through the updates and the performance of his vehicle, it seems as though the customers are very appreciative of Elon Musk. You know, that there's still this communication, there's still this support, and we're going to talk about that through some articles and some research that I'm going to share with you on that subject, on where Tesla and where Elon Musk plans to go in the future and what he plans to do. And how he's going to bring his customers up with him. So it's a very interesting thing on how he works. I feel like a lot of CEOs or a lot of companies don't do this. You know, they're not very involved with their customers. And in a way, that's a very sabotaging thing to do to yourself. You may not realize it if you're a CEO or a business owner, but you really want to have that intention where if you go up, your customers go up, and it's very interesting.
Elon Musk is one of the wealthiest and most influential people on social media, having a net worth of over 160 billion and a social feed of over 40 million. One of the ways Elon Musk affects the stock market is through one of his companies, the Boring Company. The Boring Company is a company that creates vacuum tunnels designed for cars to go through without using any internal source of power. As of yet, these tunnels are not for public use. If this were to be implemented on a large scale, this, along with electric cars in the future, could very possibly help shift towards where all cars are electric.
One of Elon Musk's plans that I personally find interesting is his railgun. It's an underground tunnel that can send people up to 700 miles per hour. And it's it's not to the public yet, and it's a prototype. Yet that's very interesting. That would be the fastest way to travel when it comes to commercial, right? It'd be faster than an aircraft, 700 miles per hour underground. So it's very fascinating what he's doing. And once again, examples like that, innovation like that, and it's really going to attract the common man, the common customer. So it is very interesting.
One thing that really separates Elon Musk is his passion and drive for what he's doing. Most companies' point is to make a profit, while its mission is for sustainability in the future, which is different from other companies where they are mainly profit driven. One advantage that Elon Musk has is a large lack of competition. With the exception of a few other billionaires, there's pretty much nobody else who has the funds to start a rocket company. Elon Musk is good at using social media to his advantage when somebody says something or a post that may be false. He's usually quick to resolve these issues and to post them as false and not true. He also knows that more people interact with him if he uses humor in his posts, like where he in an article jokingly asked people if they wanted him to use Dogecoin as his main form of currency in SpaceX in the future. One thing that is affecting the stock market is the amount of money that Elon Musk has spent on things like cryptocurrency. Two of these companies is Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
Most of Elon Musk's customers know what his plans are or what he wants to do with his product through media. One of those being that is attracting me and many other people is Elon Musk's plan to colonize Mars. Now, of course, right, doing something like that, how are you going to do that? Well, it's one idea that Elon Musk has is I think he's going to show off his product, the advancedness, right? The productivity and the assurance that he has what it takes to make something that can go all the way to Mars. And if Elon Musk can do that, well then he's just showing the world once again that he's got the best product and the best capabilities to making what is needed to do these far travel journeys. So it's very interesting. There's going to be, through that travel though, let's say Elon Musk makes it to Mars, there's going to be a lot of fluctuation in the stock market, right? I think Elon Musk, his stock's going to go like this, his product's going to go like this. Things might become more expensive. However, customers are going to see that being worth it as an investment. And basically that is what Elon Musk, that's his goal, right? To win investments. And so through that communication, we're going to see all these changes. So if you were to buy a Tesla car now, I would see that as an investment, right? Because I think Elon Musk and his company are just going to go skyrocketing in the future, quite literally when they go to Mars. So it's going to be very interesting. So I will be passing this on to Ray, and Ray will share as well the information about planning, the stock market, and his product and his productivity, and how that's going to change over the next few years.
The subject of criticism due to unorthodox and unscientific stances and highly publicized controversies. In 2018, he was sued for defamation by a diver who advised in the Tham Long Cave rescue. A California jury ruled in favor of Musk. In the same year, he was sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for falsely tweeting that he had secured funding for a private takeover of Tesla. He settled with the SEC, temporarily stepping down from his position as chairman of Tesla. Thank you all for listening and watching. Thank you.